Okay, good morning. Once again, I am a day late on Tuesday time. But I got back from Baltimore on Sunday evening, and it was a lovely trip. But then I don't mean to say this in a feel bad for me, but like I couldn't get out of bed for 2 days because I was just really tired. I think for some people that deal with like kind of chronic fatigue and related issues probably understand, even if you're not pushing like super hard, you're still pushing. And I genuinely basically only got out of bed to eat some and then go back to bed. This is the first time I've showered since I got back. Actually, and that brought me to kind of what I wanted to talk about for today. One of the things that I've found has been different since I've started, and I'm going to do some makeup while we're chatting too, since I've gotten a diagnosis and been talking about having a diagnosis, is that a lot of times it does make people uncomfortable when you are talking about an illness that like can't be fixed. And a lot of that I think is really relatable. Like, you don't like to think of your friends struggling or like being in pain or something. And with chronic illnesses, just the nature of it is that it doesn't get better. Like, it can be managed, but I feel like there's something, and I don't get this to any like stronger degree, but it's like there's something to be said about this sort of like, well, if you're sick, then you're like this puritanical, like, American evangelical, like, if you're sick, you're not trying hard enough, or do you kind of know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're depressed. Have you tried yoga? Or like, oh, you have a sleep issue. Have you tried melatonin? And the thing, it used to bother me more, but then, and I've always known it's like when people say that kind of stuff, it's obviously it's coming from a place of care, But I just notice sometimes when there are people that I've explained the situation to, or, what my life is like, how we manage it and all this stuff, they ask like, oh, how's it with narcolepsy? Is it getting any better? And I'm like, I mean, I'm still managing it about the same. And they're like, oh, but it's still, bad. And it's like, yeah. But it was, I usually hear that more from like older adults that maybe aren't as used to the way people talk about chronic illness now, or the acceptance of you just have a chronic illness, and it doesn't have to be like a big life defining thing. It's a part of my life and how I live my life, but like, it's not, I'm a sleepy person as I drink my coffee. But, and it's something that like, it doesn't bother me a ton, but like, occasionally it's that kind of thing. It's like, oh, well, but it's not getting any better. And it's like, no, and I kind of know but they don't mean, oh, are you coping with it better? Have you found different treatments that work for you? That's not what they're asking. It's like, it's not a thing that like heals or fixes. I mean, obviously there's like lots of always ongoing research, about different ways to fix the root causes that result in the symptoms, but we're not there yet. But it's just one of those things I noticed. But anyway, I mentioned that because I genuinely like, this is the first time I've like gotten out of bed, and it's like, oh man, all right, here we go. It's noon. I'm ready to face the day. So, but I'm gonna throw on some more makeup and tell you a little bit more about my trip. And I'm also trying to. Last week was kind of an anomaly in that my laptop charger died, so I didn't have access to like editing tools. So if you caught last week's, I took a video and put that up on YouTube. But my goal for this time is I'm going to strip the audio, and the main thing will be like an audio podcast. And then for people that are interested, I will also put up the like an unlisted YouTube video with the same thing where I'm like talking and putting on makeup. But we're still kind of experimenting. But talking about like illnesses or just the way people cope with different stuff, like different things work for me at different times. So I try to be pretty understanding of the fact that like different things will work for other people at different times as well. So, all right, let's get some foundation of some kind on. Oh, right. Okay. So, I had an amazing time in Baltimore with Lee Tyberg, my Crumbles collaborator. So, like I said, that was the first time that we have ever played music together in the same room, at all. Like we've done we've put out like our songs and stuff online, but it was amazing to get to like actually like, you know, fuss around with harmonies together and do all this different stuff. So we did 2 online shows, which are both archived on the YouTube, which I hope I'll stick in the show notes. One is from the Tricks 666 series, and then the other one is on the Salacious Crumbles YouTube page. We need to put a pin in Tricks 666 because season 3 starts today, which will be really, really fun. It's the Misbehaving Maidens. Sent in a video, so I'm really excited. But yeah, oh my god, we played so much music, and like we still didn't get through like everything we wanted to, which is fine because like, you know, we both have like various kinds of chronic illnesses, and I got to meet I went to a real Maryland crab feast, which was really exciting, and I got to meet more of her local friends, which I was really, really glad to. And everybody was just lovely, but like I've never seen like, and I'm from the coast, you know, but I've never seen that many like crabs. Like there were so many, like, cause like we have different crabs, North Carolina crabs, but these are like the Chesapeake crabs, which okay, this is an ongoing thing. I try to like think of like Maryland is like a hand, and then like the crabs are in the bay, but apparently I have it backwards, and now I'm like getting myself confused because the camera is a mirror image. So I ate the crabs from the Maryland, you know, with the Old Bay. Like I was like, oh man, we are doing it up. I love this. But okay, let's do a little bit of my makeup. I'm still unpacking as we go, so we're just kind of like going easy on stuff. But here we go. Let's get some. I love this highlighter. It's like a pinky kind of highlighter. I'll put a lot of that on. Oh, and I don't even have all my lights set up because I realized I left my power cord upstairs with my stuff that I've unpacked, but I'll get it set up for tonight. But oh my gosh, like it was just so much fun. And I cannot wait to try and figure out like when to play music together again. A big goal is eventually, and none of this is planned or set in stone or anything, but to have maybe like a music meetup in Richmond, because that's kind of part way between us and a bunch of other people in North Carolina, Virginia. That's sort of like an overarching goal. But I just think that would be so much fun. Like maybe like rent like an Airbnb or something for the weekend where we can like shake my hair down some. We can make noise. And again, none of this is set in stone, but that's kind of the goal, is to maybe have like a house folk. Tell you about Richmond. I stopped in Richmond for dinner, and I got to have snacks with Chuck Parker of Chuck Parker World's Okayest, and Matriculant the Friends with Benefits, and the Blubbering Humdingers, of course, and many other bands. Chuck has been in every band, which is a delight. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And it broke up the drive so much to like stop part way. And oh, did I just close this? I hope I didn't. Yeah, we're fine. This is fine. So, okay, hang on. I've got a dig in my back. I was trying not to have like dead air, so I wouldn't have to edit as much. But there's some goals that just aren't achievable. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I have a brush. and let's put on some colors. So let's see. I'm trying to think. But yeah, Lee and I have got so much stuff in the work. And actually, we've got some recordings that are completely done, but are not yet released. So those are things like we're excited that are coming down the pipeline, which I am thrilled about. But it's just sort of like the kind of thing where we've recorded something and we went ahead and finished it, and then it's like, okay, now we've got to wait for like the right things to release this alongside of. Is sort of one of the goals, and I'm just looking forward to it. And then we've got so many things that are like partially written, but the instrument to human ratio in her apartment this past week was so skewed, because like she's got like a couple trumpets and the kalimba and a guitar and a ukulele, and I brought like a guitar, a mandolin, a tenor guitar, and then there's like all these like hand percussion things and a tambo, and then I'll have to post this too. I have like watched her cats grow up because they got them right at the start of the pandemic, Anakin and Obi-Wan. And I always thought like, oh, they're really cute, but they're really good at taking pictures of them. But then I got to see them in person, and they are exactly as cute. They're on Instagram as @TeamHandsome, so I'll have to post a link to that. But yeah, I think I hear, so I'm in my basement and I hear my husband shuffling around upstairs. So I think this is a good time to break for lunch. Again, thank you for bearing with me as I start to get this set up. My goal normally is to record these on like Monday evenings and then have them go up midnight Tuesday. But one thing at a time. I shall never forget you. And if it's ever going to be more than like a day late or something, I'll post a little thing in Patreon. But in general, that's kind of the goal. And of course, tonight on 6 at 6 with the Misbehaving Maidens is the first time I've set up like a credits roll for the end of the show for people that subscribe to me on Twitch and Patreon for that week. So yeah, I'm excited about trying that out. I still got to work on my sonic identity, and like I have to remember which way to point because it'll be like live on camera, because I've already got it set up because I'm doing the videos. But yeah, I'm just so excited about all the different projects. I feel so like musically revitalized. You know, like I'm so lucky that I have the stuff to be able to stay in touch with people online and make music online, but it's still really fun to do stuff in the same room. So I can't wait to get to a point where we have a healthy mix of both. So with that, I covered my mouse with makeup. At some point on one of these, I'll have to set up a second camera and you can see my hideously messy desk if you want some like real behind the scenes stuff. But I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get this edited while I have lunch with my bae. And then I got to set up for 6 at 6, which means I need to plug all of my equipment back in, because I took my my Voice Live, my effects pedal, the thing I used to make harmonies. It also has a setting that does like voice changing, and it has like a Barry White setting. So like the first night we just played with that for an hour and just kept saying different things in Barry White voice. Like that's all we did. It was amazing. That's the kind of stuff I think I miss the most. Like just like random goofy, like there was no need for us to talk like Barry White for an hour, but I'm glad it happened. All right, everybody, I will talk to you soon. And if you're seeing this today, tune in to 6 at 6 live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, or you can catch the replay as always on YouTube. Usually goes up about a half hour after. So, all right, talk to y'all soon.